This episode of Doom Lore Explained is brought to you by my amazing supporters at Patreon. If you want to support the channel directly, you can do it via my Patreon page. Link down below, and thanks for the support. You guys know me pretty well, as I always try to answer the questions that no one bothers answering in video games. Like, what was the BFG 10,000 shooting at in Mars score? How strong is the Doom Slayer in reality? Can you beat the icon of sin with a pistol, etc. And this does not apply only for games like Doom. If you have a question about another video game that no one has answered, be sure to leave it down below in the comment section. The universe of Doom is full of mysteries, like how hell was created, who is the Dark Lord, etc. Those questions will be answered eventually in the next DLCs for Doom Eternal, or maybe in the next Doom game. But there are questions that its software will never be bothered to answer apparently, like where exactly does the Doom Slayer store all of his weapons? Does he have a giant bag on his back that is not rendered in cutscenes? Does he have all of his weapons glued together on his back? Or does he shove them up his ass and shuts them whenever he pleases? I don't know. I will answer that question in this video, but 71% of my daily viewers are not subscribed, and that makes me very sad. So if you enjoy the videos I produce and want to know everything related to Doom Eternal, consider subscribing and leave a like. Thanks for the support and enjoy the video, brothers. Now, I wasn't kidding when I said that the Doom Slayer stores his weapons on his ass and takes them out whenever he needs them. That would be really painful actually, and there's actually people that think that that is the way the Slayer, or Doomguy in this case, store all his weapons in the past. If that was ever canon, then Doom would sound or play somewhat like this. Now, let's get right into the juicy stuff of the video. How exactly does the Doom Slayer store all of his weapons? And where does he keep them? Well, he keeps them in the Fortress of Doom, here. But let me remind you that even though the arsenal of the Doom Slayer is not that big in terms of weapon selection, all of his guns are massive, easily 2/3 of his height. Guns like the minigun, the ballista, the rocket launcher, the BFG 9000 and the Crucible are almost as big as him, yet he pulls them out like if they were strapped on his back. So how does he does it? My answer for that will be that the Doom Slayer has his own pocket dimension, where he stores all his weapons and where he draws his weapons from. There are some players in the community that think the same thing, and there are others that think that that is not possible and doesn't fit in the lore of Doom. So, could the Doom Slayer have a pocket dimension specifically made to store his arsenal of big guns? Let's check it out. To answer that question, we must first understand what is a pocket dimension and how it is created. A pocket universe or bubble universe is a concept of inflationary theory proposed by Alan Guth. It defines a realm like the one that contains the observable universe as only one of many inflationary zones. A bubble inside a bubble. Pocket dimensions are spaces that are too small or too easily accessible to be truly considered a separate dimension and are referred to as a small extra pocket of space that is attached to our own space. A bubble inside a bubble. Scientists believe that in the first brief fraction of a second at the start of the Big Bang, the baby universe went through a period of ultra-rapid expansion known as inflation. There are parts of the universe that are too far apart for light to have traveled between them in the universe's finite lifetime. However, these parts are remarkably homogeneous in terms of temperature. Scientists believe that these regions of the universe were initially close enough that their temperature could even out, then expanded beyond each other's respective observable horizons in a rapid inflationary period. Alan Good proposes that perhaps the universe at large is still inflating, but small pockets of space drop out of inflation, which gives rise to local hot Big Bangs. In his eternal inflation model, when a bubble transitions from inflationary to non-inflationary space, a huge amount of energy is produced in the bubble, and this energy eventually condenses to form all the matter in the expanding bubble. Good argues that we're actually inside one of these bubbles, these so-called pocket universes, and that there may be infinitely more of them, separated from each other by inflating space. You're telling me that exists a multiverse? Now, it would be utterly impossible for us to reach the edge of our own pocket dimension, let alone traverse the gap to another pocket dimension, because even within our own pocket, we are surrounded by space that is expanding away from us faster than light can travel. The only way for us to do that is to open a wormhole, basically. Something that is impossible as well, at least right now. Now, in shorter, simple terms, imagine the expanding universe as a bubble. Now, imagine a bubble inside that bubble, and more bubbles inside that bubble. This is how a pocket dimension looks. A region of space that got detached from the expanding universe and created its own. A universe inside a universe. Magnificent, isn't it? I love that concept. And this is not something new. Shows like Dragon Ball Super used this same concept with their 12 universes, and the tournament of power happening outside those 12 in the original expanding universe. Now, is this possible in the Doom universe? Absolutely. The Khan Maker lets us know in one of her cut voice lines that the Doomslayer is from the 7th dimension, and that if he stopped his campaign to free Earth from hell, she will return him to his home.
Stop your foolish war now, and I will give you what you desire. I will send you back to your home, the Earth world in the 7th dimension. Before the time of the demons, you may live there again as before. No memory of all the suffering you have been through. All your loved ones will be there, waiting to embrace you again, as if you had never left.
Now, the fact that there exist several dimensions in the Doom universe proves that in Doom, the model of Alan Good was true, and that there exist an infinite amount of pocket dimensions inside the ever-expanding universe. Urdak, or Heaven, exists outside the pocket universes. They exist in the ever-expanding original universe, or in a dimension created by them. That's how they are able to teleport to every part of the original universe and to other dimensions as well. Urdak exists outside our boundaries of space and time. Now, it is not shown that much, but in the art book and lore book for Doom Eternal, its software shows how highly advanced Vega is. With him being hooked up to the Fortress of Doom and to Maker and Sentinel technology, he can make stuff like analyzing different timelines where the Slayer exists and project what he has onto our Slayer. They basically made Skin's canon. Also, Vega can open slipgates wherever he pleases, to every part of the universe, so it is safe to assume that A. Vega has been able to create a pocket dimension for the Doomslayer to store his weapons, or B. He just opens a tiny slipgate to the fortress for the Slayer to grab his weapons. Nevertheless, it is entirely possible for that to happen. So yes, the Doomslayer has a pocket dimension where he stores his weapons. Thank thanks for watching. Now, I know that I shouldn't take these topics very seriously. I mean, Doom Eternal is a video game, and it's like a video game, super video game. In all technical aspects, Doom Eternal doesn't try to be like a serious story, it just tries to be a good old classic video game, so I shouldn't be taking these topics very seriously. I mean, Doom Eternal is an arena shooter. Arena shooters are known for, or at least OG like old arena shooters are known for having like 8, 9, 10 weapons in the arsenal. Quake, Doom, Half-Life, what more, Wolfenstein, I mean, all of those games, each character, each protagonist has like 8 to 9 weapons, but I just wanted to find like a logical explanation as to why the Doomslayer has 8 or 9 weapons in his pockets, I guess, or I mean, I don't know. I think it was a good video, honestly. I know, this is a video game, do not take this seriously, I just wanted to find an answer or something, and this was the most logical answer I could come up with. And so, okay, Spartans, that's all the time I had for today's video. Please let me know what you think about this video down in the comment section. Leave a like if you did, and a dislike if you disliked it, it is completely fine. Thanks to all of my patrons that made this video possible, and links to all of my social accounts will be down below. Thanks for watching and have an awesome day. Adios, Spartans. Bye.